Welcome to STEM Club. In this video, we're going to look at making our own vinegar and bicarb volcano. In this video, we're going to be doing an investigation to find out how we can make the best foam for our volcano. And we're going to be changing the bubble mixture we add and see if that makes any difference to the foam we create. To make it look like lava, I'm going to add a bit of red food colouring to each of these. So we've got one just with red food colouring, so that's like our control. One pot with washing up liquid and some red food colouring. One pot with some bubble bath and some red food colouring. And one pot with some hand soap. So those are going to be our 4 different mixtures, and we'll see what kind of foams we create. And then what we're going to do is add the same amount of vinegar to each of our pots. Then just give each of those a stir to make sure they're all mixed in together. So I've just put a surface down to protect my table. So we've got nothing in one but vinegar and food colouring. Then we've got vinegar, food colouring and washing up liquid, vinegar, food colouring and bubble bath, and vinegar, food colouring and hand soap. And we're going to add the same amount of bicarbonate of soda to each of them and see what happens. That's a good foamy mixture. This is with washing up liquid added. Now that's interesting because actually with washing up liquid it hasn't foamed as well as without any. Okay, let's try with bubble bath and see if that has any difference. And then this time I'm also going to give it a stir. The bubble bath made a really nice foam here with loads of big bubbles that I can't see as well in the other one. So that is very interesting. So that's helped to add to the foam to make a nice bubbling mixture. And then finally, our hand soap. Let's see if that does anything. So hand soap looks like it's worked the best here because we've got a good number of really big bubbles. It's still got the red dye and it's worked as a reaction really well. Same with the bubble bath. Washing up liquid hasn't done that well at all. It seems to kind of wash away the food colouring, so it's not even the right colour anymore, even though we added the same amount to each of them. So we know it must be the washing up liquid is kind of washed up and the bubbles are very small. And then what's interesting about this is then this one's got really small bubbles. So because we've got the bubble bath and the hand soap, they must help retain the bubbles in the mixture. So they're helping form that bubbly foam. And so we've got these really nice gooey bubbles. So it's brilliant. So it's ready to do our volcano reaction. If you were doing this at home, you might like to spend a bit longer working out the best amounts of vinegar to add. So change the amount of vinegar to see how foamy it gets. You could also try changing the amount of bicarbonate of soda and seeing how many bubbles that makes too. Now we want to get ready to make our big volcanic eruption because we've worked out the best thing to add to make it an extra bubbly, exciting reaction. So I've got the template here from Twinkl, which I have just stuck onto a small bottle. So the bottle lid is at the top there, and then we can watch our explosion. So we need to add our vinegar, our food colouring. Now finally, we're just going to add our bicarbonate of soda and see if we can get an exciting eruption. That was very cool. We've got an amazing eruption. This is an amazing eruption, and thanks to our great scientific testing, we've made this really fun foam as well. So it's gone extra foamy thanks to the addition of our hand soap, because that was the one that worked best from our initial investigations. Can you make a volcanic eruption? And can you change something to then work out a way of making it even more explosive? Do let us know how you get on with your investigations. We love to hear from you. You can share your own volcanic eruptions in our Twinkl Home Educators Facebook group. We'll see you next time for more STEM fun.